game. Doing it different, we ain't the same. I'ma come over and state my claim. You think I'm lame cause I don't wear a chain? Rock them pants and a shirt that's plain. With life's too simple, you can keep that fame. Try to maintain and level out my brain. Bring heat to my calves when I run LeBron James. Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? I run it. When I conquer, they know who done it. Check it out when I run the city. Running high with the cardio, feeling silly. People want dreams, but stuck on their cell phones. Will that make them come true? Hell no. Feed your focus and neglect your distractions. Tomorrow's not promised to no one, so make it happen. Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Rolo Runs the City. This is episode 2, and we're greatly, just absolutely glad that you are here listening to us, watching us today. Feel free, if you are on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to my channel. You go ahead and check out Rolo Runs the City. You will see me. Feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time we drop a video. You get the notification. You go ahead and check us out, man. And definitely feel free to go ahead and check us out on all platforms when it comes to streaming. We are on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as plenty others. Just go ahead and check out Rolo Runs the City. And also feel free to go ahead and check out my Instagram and Twitter at Rolo Runs the City, where I do the best that I can to go ahead and drop a line here or there, and maybe a couple pictures at the same time. But anyway, this is episode 2, and we're definitely glad to be back here. Our episode is about consistency and discipline. Why is consistency and discipline so important to life? I love these topics, and I definitely, especially this topic right here, this is something that me and my daughter, we talk about constantly, about just the importance of, putting in the hard work and just having the discipline to continue to keep going. I'm very blessed and thankful that, she was able to display that discipline. She achieved her 2nd degree black belt in karate, and I'm very proud of her. And it just goes to show you what hard work and discipline, can do, and what you're able to achieve in life. Okay. So, conversation always goes as is, nothing comes to fruition without hard work. Okay. Consistency is beating the same drum every day. And discipline is beating that drum every day without wanting to do so. Okay? So you can be consistent at something, and your discipline is what kicks in when you really don't want to do it anymore. I personally, of course, know that from running and trying to get better and trying to run further and faster and having good wins. So of course, you constantly have to beat over and over at your craft if you're really trying to get to that next level. Okay, and that's when consistency and discipline kick in. All right. When people don't see changes within a week, whether it's diet, exercise, career advancement, people are quick to fall off the wagon. Okay, they're just ready to say, okay, I haven't seen an immediate change. The hell with discipline and consistency is just not working. Okay. If a woman conceives a child, okay, and the baby takes 40 weeks to develop, it doesn't take 2 weeks. Okay. It really doesn't. Therefore, you have to develop patience, and anything that's worth having is worth, worth putting in that work. Okay, it's worth waiting for as that work is being put in. Okay, so like I said, it takes 40 weeks for a baby to actually mature in the womb. It ain't gonna take 2 weeks. So we always have to have that mentality. Okay, and if you're starting a new business, it takes time to grow, promote, market, building an overall brand. You gotta overpromise, and you definitely want to massively over deliver. Okay, these are things that that you look at to achieve, and consistency and discipline is so key in these processes. So you just want to make sure that you're showing up every day, you're doing what you're supposed to do, so then that way you can go ahead and put out your best possible product. Okay? Anybody that's starting off new, man, I got to promote this. Man, I got to try to market this and see how I can go ahead and build this brand. And it's like if you're showing up every day, it's pretty much just like putting your clothes on. Okay? You're setting out your clothes. So this is what I'm wearing. These are the clothes I'm wearing. These are the clothes that I'm going to be wearing on top of that. These are the shoes I'm wearing. You know, if you're a man, hey, I may want to either shave or, you know, brush it up a little bit, you know, depending if you have facial hair and all that other stuff. Like, if you're a person about your business, these are the processes you have to take. It's as simple as getting dressed and getting ready in the morning. Okay? So, I'm just saying in reference to a male, of course, female, you know, females are very good at the consistency and the discipline part of the process, because they get up, they deal with the hair, they go ahead and do what they're supposed to do, and what do? They leave out of the house beautiful. Why? Because they know what's not important to how the world sees them, but how they see themselves. So I think they're definitely a great example to look at when it comes to consistency and discipline. Okay, that's why I guess Beyonce got that song called "I Woke Up Like This." Like, they just wake up fine, you know. But that's the whole point. The point is that you have to show some dedication, some true consistency and discipline to get to where you want to go. Okay, you take muscle growth for example. Okay, it takes proper recovery, it takes nutrition, and of course, great resistance with the exercise. Okay, again, consistency and discipline is nothing without patience. Okay, obviously we know how workouts go. You work out, you tear the muscles up. You know, this is why we don't do arm exercises 7 days out the week. You know, you have to give time. You have to give time for your muscles to grow. Okay, you keep tearing them. You're never going to see a great result. Yeah, you may lose some weight, but you're not going to look the way you want to look because you're not allowing yourself to recover. You're not allowing yourself the proper nutrition. So, you know, developing that patience is key. Okay? Our minds naturally want us to do nothing by default as a defense mechanism, of course, to keep us away from being subjected to failure and pain. Okay? Which is horrible. Obviously, when people get tired when they're working out, or particular muscles getting worn down and it starts burning, that's the lactic acid that's trying to set in, that just wants you to stop, but the mind has to keep going. Okay, people are scared to say, okay, well, what if I fail doing this, or what if I fail doing that? You're gonna fail not doing anything, you know, right away. Those are the people that truly actually fail, are the ones that didn't set on their laurels on executing on their dreams, and their dreams died. And the sad thing is, they didn't even bother to try to even resuscitate those dreams and give them somewhat life, you know. So it's definitely key to ensure that, you know, pain's gonna come, failure's gonna come, but you have to push through the pain and you have to continue to fail forward. You know, everybody knows that. Just people need to go ahead and execute on it and do what they need to do. Okay, this is more a reason to take control of your life if you're undisciplined and you have an undisciplined mind. You know, you have to tell it what you want to do. Okay, pain and failure is all a part of the process. But one thing we need to understand is we have to trust the process. You know, if you don't tell your mind, this is what I want to do and this is what I want to execute on, your mind is going to sit there and just lay down and say, hey, now we're cool. We're going to just sit here, we're going to sit back, and we're going to relax. And you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I was actually watching, last night, I always watch these reruns with my kids of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? It's like the 2012 version, right? So they always play, you know, reruns of it on Nickelodeon. And it was a time where the Turtles were done. Okay, like they had defeated their enemy, and they were at complete peace, and nothing was going on in the city, and it was peaceful. Okay, and I just thought it was hilarious because all the turtles were bored, like they had nothing to do. They said, "Man, this peace thing is like not working. Like I want to find something to do." So obviously they're dropping a gem for kids, which hopefully you're hoping like, hey, I hope they pick this up, right? But what they're basically saying is like you want peace, okay? You want to be in a state of tranquility, and you don't want to do anything. You want to just be peaceful, and you just want to live your life. But once that occurs, that's when death starts to set in. Okay, that's when you start dying. All right, when you absolutely don't have any resistance whatsoever in your life. We all need something to fight for to keep growing. Okay, it's no different than when you cut down a tree. When you cut down a tree, the tree is still alive, right? It's still, if you notice, you got brush, bushes, and everything that still start to grow around it because it's still trying to fight that fight. It's still trying to grow. Okay. Now, when you get ready to take that bad boy out, and you remove that stump, and you uproot that bad boy, it's done. Like it's dead at that point. Okay. There's nothing there. It's not happening. So, my point is that if you're trying to look for peace and you're trying to look for the tranquil life and don't want to do anything in it, or if you don't want any problems, then, just get ready for death to set in because you have officially given up. And I hate to say, like, to just be blunt like that, but we need that resistance to grow. That's why I love, when I work out, I love when I run because I know, damn it, it is hard to run long distances because at that point my legs are wearing down. That ground is going nowhere. It's there. So I need to go ahead and make sure I show up because I'm there too. I like that resistance. But a lot of people try to shy away from it. But if you truly want to live the best life that you can possibly live, the best thing that you can do is go ahead and embrace that resistance. And what's going to help you with that? Consistency and discipline. There's no other way around it. Change is the inevitable. So we need to make sure that we're always adaptable to that. Okay? That's just the reason you should take control of your life. All right? You're built for the long haul. Okay? And you have to laugh in the face of instant gratification. Because a lot of times we want it there and we want it there. Oh, I want it now, I want it now, I want it now. Think about how many times you thought about that, oh, I want it now. I've noticed that the most successful people are the people that have worked for free for 5 years or for 10 years for that matter. People that decided that they weren't going to hit the workforce after high school, that they decided to go to college and try to pursue their dreams and go that route. They weren't getting any monetary compensation right at that time, but what they're making makes up for all the time that they've missed. Okay, while you're still trying to get through being at a menial job that you're not happy with, they said, nah, I'm going to wait off on that because I know what's the bigger goal that's in mind. And that's exactly what they do. And it's no knock to anybody who just wants to come up and they want to get that bag real quick. I get that. But the instant gratification is what takes people out of the game. It takes people out of their dreams. And it kills your mindset because then you start looking on these, on Twitter, on Instagram, you start seeing all these people that they're living great lives and then it starts to, hinder your thought process of like, damn, what the hell did I do wrong? Well, it's like me every day. I step on the scale every day to weigh myself. And the reason why I do that is because if I'm falling off, I can come back quick. Okay? If you decide that you're not, that I'm not going to check my weight every day, and you end up in a situation where you done gained about 15, 20 pounds because you didn't check your weight every day, you're like, damn, how the hell did I get here? See, when I notice when my weight fluctuates, if I go up or if I go down, I know what I did the day before. I know what I did a couple days before. Okay? When you don't check yourself, you wreck yourself. So, it just is what it is. I definitely have an affinity for trying to improve myself in any way possible. So when I do see an improvement, I take note of things. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. People who want to live on the microwave society, want it done real quick, you cannot do that because you're cooking stuff from a microwave. You just kind of you're reheating something up, right? So you're not going to get that good taste as if you got it out of the oven. Okay? So sometimes, like I said, well, not sometimes, all the time, it's going to take patience. Okay? Consistency and discipline is going to take patience. For anything that's worth having, anything that's worth working for, is going to take time. Well, anywho, that's my time for this week. I greatly do appreciate you guys checking me out, hearing my rant, and just grateful for the opportunity to come at you guys and just let you know what's going on and trying to put our best foot forward. Until next time, friends, become the GOAT, never a sheep, and don't sleep on your dreams. This is your boy Rolo. Take care. Godspeed.